Yo, what's going on? Sam here. Welcome back to another video. So as I predicted, iOS 13.3.1 was going to be dropping this week, albeit this is in beta form, so Apple clearly has a few things to test. And I will tell you guys right off the bat, after using this for a few minutes and searching around for changes, I think there is a lot to be desired still for iOS 13.3.1. There was also a new AirPods update that I want to run through and show you how to update AirPods if you weren't aware that you even have to do that sometimes. And it's a bit more of a complex process than on iOS. So drop a like if you're excited. Hit subscribe for more. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so heading over to the settings app and going under screen time, communication limits was that new feature in iOS 13.3 that allowed you to restrict your child's communication. And it was supposed to work so that if you said contacts only, you'd have to enter a screen time password anytime you wanted to add a contact, especially with the allow contact editing turned off. However, the bug that existed in iOS 13.3 was this, where you would tap on a contact, but we're presented with these two options right here under restricted contact, OK or add contact. Now, OK works as expected. It closes out of the app, and while it leaves the message there, if you wanted as a parent to unlock that later to see what that person said, you could do it. Or as a child, you can just hit add contact and unrestricted put this person in your contacts, and then they show up as normal. As you can see when I went back in, oh, look, there's the test message that this creepy McCreepers is trying to send me. So the feature doesn't work well, and I'm actually on iOS 13.3.1 on this iPhone 11 right here. So Apple clearly has not touched that whatsoever. Strange enough, that was the chief complaint. There were some other visual glitches as well in communication limits, but I'm quite disappointed that even in the first developer beta, Apple didn't change that. Now, the second thing I was expecting was that Apple would add that toggle inside of settings so that you'd be able to disable the ultra wideband chip to track your location without your consent. Again, under location services, I have checked everything, compared it to a device on 13.3. Nothing. There's nothing new here either. So I looked around for anything and didn't find anything in iOS 13.3.1, and Apple themselves did not share a changelog, making me question what the function or purpose of this update is at all, being that in beta 1, Apple hasn't even changed anything. And the fact that we even have a beta update for iOS 13.3.1 is a bit strange. So let me know your thoughts on this down below. I just wanted to cover the fact that Apple had released this, but I haven't found anything new, the internet hasn't found anything new, and I have a feeling there's probably not anything new. Much more interesting to me though than iOS 13.3.1 beta 1 for developers is a new AirPods Pro and AirPods 2 update. So the new update is 2C54, which is quite a confusing firmware naming scheme. Apple updates AirPods sporadically, never really adding new features, but adjusting some things and also correcting bugs. And this time is no different. So now both AirPods 2 and AirPods Pro run 2C54, and I looked around to see what was new in this update. A couple of users on Reddit claiming that latency is lower or connecting devices is a bit quicker. Anything you read relating to better sound quality, I would highly doubt, as Apple would surely publicize like the ability to make these sound better through a software update. So I think this is just general bug fixes and maybe some stability or general connection improvements, especially for AirPods Pro, which I've got a video coming out on those pretty soon with my formalized thoughts, because honestly, I like AirPods 2 a lot still. So now that this update is out, I actually want to show you how to install it. And unfortunately, if you use an Android device, if you're one of those people that got AirPods just because you love the function and design, but actually use an Android for your main phone to be paired with them, you have to have an iPhone to update. So let me walk you through how that works. It's actually pretty simple. Obviously, if you see 2C54 already, your device has already been updated. But if you don't see something, then here's what you do. Go ahead and take your AirPods actually out of your ears, put them into this case right here, plug it in with a lightning cable, and then open it up while it's being plugged in next to your iPhone so that you get this screen right here where it like verifies that they're actually connected to your phone. I believe mine are already connected, so it's not showing up, and you can verify that they are connected to your device by having that either show up in the About section of settings or just going over to settings and Bluetooth and seeing that it does say connected. From here, just leave it next to your device like this, and they should begin updating automatically, and you can verify that they're updated by again connecting them to your iPhone, tapping on settings, going over to general and then about, and then scrolling down until you see your AirPods mentioned, and then it'll tell you all this information right here alongside the fact that you've been updated to the latest firmware 2C54. So pretty easy process, but nowhere near as easy as updating an Apple Watch or an iPhone. And I hope that Apple actually works to add new software features to these, like they did in iOS 13. Like it'd be cool if an AirPods Pro or AirPods 2 update by itself gave these pods a new feature. That's all I've got for you in this video though. Pretty easy way to update, and iOS 13.3.1, I'm very disappointed by it, to be honest. Like, why would Apple release something with no noticeable changes whatsoever? Either way, that's the story for today. Drop a like if you enjoyed and hit subscribe for more. I've been Sam, keeping you updated, and I'll talk to you in my next video.